Okay, we're back now, part 2 for October 2nd. By the way, guys, got to announce the winner on the vote on what 2 games, of the 2 games that were up on the community vote for me to play for Halloween. The winner was Soma. That's the video game I'll download tonight or tomorrow morning, and then slowly I'll be jumping into the stream, strictly playing Soma. I hear it's a great game, and that's what I'm playing. And so, like I said, I have to get a little, make sure that the game plays well. And just like Portal and all the other games that I've played on Twitch, I'll intermittently jump in and do a couple of hours and see if, I don't know, I guess there's a lot of jump scares in there. So we'll see how I respond to that. So that's what we'd be doing. Okay. And I also, too, I have to play Sephiria, one of our members, had alerted me and I bought, I think it's called Crew Works or something. It's a driving game that actually is driving around the island of Oahu. So I looked at it, it's like, I got to get that. So you might see me drop in every now and then and also play that driving game, whatever it was called, just around Oahu, which I think is pretty badass. So, okay. Okay, now I got it together. All right, guys, here we go. I am very dyslexic. You guys know me well. Next up here on the Dono track, I have Lacrimosa. How are you, Lacrimosa? How you been? How's everything? How's the weather? How's the weather? Lacrimosa would like from us, for you guys, from him, for me to listen, 102 degrees. Dang. We're going to be listening to a band that I at least am very familiar with the name, and I think there's been a couple of hits I might be familiar with, a band called Third Eye Blind. So this is a classic song, he says, that I might be familiar with, but it's one of his favorites. So let's do this, guys. It is called Motorcycle... Oops. Here it is. It is called Motorcycle Drive-By.
It's summertime and the wind is blowing outside in Lower Chelsea, and I don't know what I'm doing in this city. The sun is always in my eyes. It crashes through the windows and I'm sleeping on the couch. When I came to visit you, that's when I knew that I could never have you. I knew that before you did.
Great lyrics.
Still I'm the one who's stupid. And there's this burning like there's always been. I've never been so alone.
Painfully beautiful to open up with such heartfelt,
never been
painful
so
lyrics.
Alive. Visions of you on a motorcycle drive by. The cigarette ash flies in your eyes and you don't mind. You smile and say the world that doesn't fit with you. I don't believe you're so serene, careening through the universe.
That walk down on the bass, beautiful.
You're guiltless and free. I hope you take a piece of me with you. And there's things I would like to do that you don't believe in. I would like to build something, but you'll never see it happen. And there's this burning.
I love what the bass is doing there, but I love these lyrics as well. These lyrics are great.
I've never been so alone.
has a little bit of a U2 vibe. Just this section here. Chord changes have been used a bazillion times in different songs, but they're just so cool. Oh, great production change up.
So alive. I go home to the coast, it starts to rain. I paddle out on the water alone.
I love this pullback in the production.
I'm not thinking of you again. Summer dies and swells rise.
I love that background. Sounds like a real wet Hammond.
Darkly coming to take me home. And I've never been so alone. And I've never been so alive.
What a beautiful song. I think, this hits me in particular if I kind of got it right, where, he's already at the very first verse describing that he's already going to be walking through heartache. Like he already knows he's never going to, be able to get there. He's never going to be able to be with her. I guess that's that's the essence of what I got. And, to take that energy and say, I've never felt so alive through the realization of that kind of heaviness. I believe that's what the story is in this. It couldn't have come at a perfect time for me because I'm kind of going through my own little thing with somebody right now or something that kind of feels that kind of same vibe. Like it didn't end the way I thought it should have. And so in hindsight, through this heartache that I'm vibing, I've never felt so alive because of it. You know what I'm saying? That kind of vibe. I thought it was the wonderful lyrics, and which me, I'm not really big on listening to lyrics and melodies because half the songs I can't understand them, or if it's metal and stuff like that. The other thing I want to really dial into, Lacrimosa, is the fact that, as I said earlier, these chord changes have been used 100 different times in songs. But there's something about it that you can, with production, make it work in so many different unique ways, and that's what I found really super wonderful about the track. Is even that dynamic cut 3/4 of the way through, where we brought all the darker tones, the crunchiness, and the fast drums right back down into the acoustic work, just to pull a little bit more of the last few heartstrings of the of the track. But funny enough, Lacrimosa, that track kind of got me in a different level. So thank you so much for that. Excuse me. I really enjoyed the track. It makes me feel so alive. Yeah. I appreciate it, man. That was great. All right, next up here we have, let me see here. It looks like we have, let me see, come on, refresh. Fash Demented. Let's go. And let's see what we got here. Oh, I love this guitar player. I've heard a couple bits of his work, and then he did something with Pliny, if that's how you say his name, Pliny or Pliny. Both great prog guitarists. This is Rabea, Massad, and let me see what he wrote here. And the name of the song is Arrival, and the message is, I'd been thinking for a while on what Rabea's song to share next, and I kept coming back to this one. The way it keeps forward momentum only to roll back on itself at the end is always what gives me goosebumps. He is an amazing guitar player. Yes, I agree with you. With shades of Guthrie, and his phrasing and techniques are sublime. That's where I completely agree with you on that. It's that kind of a Guthrie adjacent, but in the sense of the phrasings, you know. So let's listen to this together. This is Reba Massad, and the name of the track, Rabea Massad, and the name of the track is Arrival. All right. Slick. Oh, I love those bends, man. Fucking great. And even here, you can tell why there's such a great creative genre blend that would put him in with Pliny. That was great. Wow. So clean. So much emotion. And just incredible guitar tone as well. See how he changes it up like this, man? He gives you the people's elbow when you least expect it. Nice combo legato over there. Nice land on that note. I'm already a fan of his. No two ways about it. And I think this particular track though has pushed that fandom in a little more heavier, because there were some beautiful expressive parts to that in his guitar playing. A lot of his musicianship playing through his hands. I know this all sounds weird for the musicians. You know what I'm talking about. We talked about it earlier, I think, on another stream about, you know, the bends and the certain things like this are so unique unto each individual. And he is like one of those musicians like Guthrie or, you know, Steve Vai, actually. I love his bends and stuff. That's to me, where the guitar really starts to sing for me, is the kind of bends and stuff that are put in by these guitarists and stuff. Another thing that I love that he does, that's a technique that's used by, you know, quite a few people, is the quick slide into the notes. Even if it's not part of the scale, you're just going to go ahead and start on that note and slide into it. You know, and the phrasings, those particular phrasings where you're sliding into your notes. Greg Howe is a master at that. In combination with all that, everything that if I say this wrong, forgive me, but Rabea, the way he plays is just so 100% powerfully unique. You know, and for me, it ticks off all the boxes that make me just stop listening as a composer and a musician and just go, this just sounds fantastic. You know, and it is adjacent or it is part of that genre. I don't know what the name of the genre is that Pliny and this guitar players, what they call that is a genty prog, ambient genty prog or something like that. Because a lot of times these tracks fall into, when we're gliding in these beautiful sections here, inevitably they're going to dive back into something that's gnarly and crunchy that's still, you know, keeps your balls in a vice grip kind of vibe. You know it's coming, and then they're going to hit you with it, but it's done so tastefully. So Jakob Zaiteki, another one. I got to tell you though, Panda, and Maxim as well, but I think, I don't know what Jakob Zaiteki, if I'm saying that right, what transition he's going through with his musicianship. He is so on my top 3 list of guitar players. He was when I heard him when he was like 17, 18 years old. And some of his fusion jazz prog metal passages that he played were otherworldly. Just phenomenal. And then there was I guess he was in a band called Disperse. And I just loved everything about it. But then something happened, not in a bad way, but artistically, creatively, he started going into a very creative, very fast-picking pattern of stuff. Not sweeps and not shredding as much as the voicings and how he was playing. So for maybe a whole album, he was doing very unique techniques and stuff. So he's transitioning through some changes, but he is without a doubt probably one of the more brilliant guitar players in my top 3. You know, and I'm not talking about top 3 on who's the fastest or the more technical, you know, like a Guthrie or Mancuso, who are just absolute, like, I'm just talking about soulful playing. Take me there with that kind of playing. Jakob is definitely one of those musicians. Yeah, he's mind-numbing. I'm sorry I went on a rant. Because I did. I just love this kind of guitar playing. And thank you for bringing Rabea into the house, Fash. Post-gent, does post-gent exist? I don't know. We're going to make up genres as we go, yeah? So, all right. Who's next up here? Next up is Maggoting666. Let's see what you want here, my friend. If you're in the house, pop in the chat and say, how's it? I just want to remind you guys, you know where the YouTube channel is if you missed this, right? And I post it. All right, here we go. The name of this band is The Warning. The name of the track is Disciple. Is The Warning kind of old school? Like some original, some OG black metal? Let's see here. Oh, okay, he left a message. The three awesome sisters from Mexico, age 19, 22, and 24. Wow. Please turn off stable volume in the YT player settings if you haven't already for best sound. Yes, I actually have already. All right. Then let's go. I look forward to this. Guys ready? Argentina, ¿qué? ¿Qué te parece, mano? ¿Cómo estás, pibe? ¿Qué ondas? Here we go. This is where it started. Sorry, was this wrong? I don't know why it started right here, but let me go ahead and move it over here. So stand by. Yo hablo español más o menos, pero, you know, no hay amigos aquí en Hawaii para practicar, so entonces no hablo bien. Pero conocen mal palabras solo. Okay, here we go. Ready? There we go. Here we go. All right, let's go. Sorry, it is a little low in the volume. Oh my God, everybody's singing it back. What a great feeling that must be. Bass player's crushing. Man, for a three-piece band sounds fantastic. Oh, they're switching off vocals. That's great. So love that everybody's singing the tracks, the audience. It's giving me more modern day Bangles vibes, yeah? But just a little more powerful, a little more punchier. ¡Más fuerte, carajo, pobres! bass player going. There's no two ways about it. First time I ever heard of this band, absolutely crushing it. They looked like they were having the best time ever. And I guess they've been around for a long time. I know nothing of the band's history and stuff, but when everybody in the audience can sing back a track to you, that is so freaking phenomenal. It definitely has that Bangles kind of vibe, but just a lot more grindier, a lot more punchier. Bangles was a little more pop with sprinkles of rock. These girls are a lot more leaning into rock as their base, pushing into different little areas as well. The guitar tones and everything for a live show, everything sounded fantastic. I like in the hook, there was an odd chord change that happened towards the end before it would turn around back into the verse that I really dug. But I was just really just into the track. It was extremely hooky. I love watching live videos, and it was just super badass. Now, somebody was asking whether or not that there was, because I thought The Warning was the name of a band like from the 70s. I don't know if I was the only one that went ahead and thought that. But nonetheless, a kick-ass track. I'm not surprised that everybody knew the song. And since I don't know anything about them and their success and stuff, if they have a little bit more audience pull from Mexico or, from South America, Central America, or is it like the crossover rock metal that has Mexico and the United States and other places, from around the world and stuff. But I also saw that they were, they started off just playing Metallica covers, so of course that, that's going to draw you a lot of attention and everything. But anyhow, this was a really super great track. It was really fun to watch them play. They were into it 150%, great musicianship. And like I said earlier, there is that, that unique sound of a trio, drums, bass, guitar, and stuff that, sometimes I'm listening to it. Of course, it has to do with the engineering as well. And when the guitar player did go into more melodic lead style work, riff/lead playing, a lot of times what's going to really pick that up and cover it, it's going to be what the drums and the bass are really doing behind that lead work, like Michael Anthony and Alex did with Van Halen. Because I remember when Eddie had said to me once, when I asked him one time, when I had my little nanosecond at a time hanging out in his bubble, when I probably acted like the stupidest noob goober ever, but I said, what do you think makes your solos so phenomenal, your guitar playing phenomenal? He just turned to me as if didn't even lose a breath, and he went, oh man, that's Michael and Alex. And at first I didn't understand that, but of course as a composer, and once I was done being fanboy, I let it settle in, and that's the truth. The truth is that sure, there's some great musicianship that happens out there in the trio vibe, but whenever the guitar player lights up and stuff, whatever the bass player and the drummer is doing is so powerful and significant, and this band covered that really, really well. So great track. Freaking loved it. Okay, next up, Hot Chick in a Diaper. That's who's up next. You guys know that's really the name. Hot Chick in a Diaper. Coming in hot. Let's see what we got here. Hot Chick in a Diaper also wanted me to read this. Also, sorry guys. Excuse me. The name of the band is... Oh, I'm going to get this wrong. Kanonenfieber? Kanonenfieber. And the name of the track is Waffenbruder. Waffenbruder. So Hot Chick in a Diaper really wanted me to read this. So Kanonenfieber's second album, Die Erkatastrophe, is based on factual reports, letters, and original documents from the surviving and deceased soldiers from the First World War. Its intent is not to glorify, because there is no glory in war. Everyone loses their lives, their souls, their humanity. The album is intended to commemorate the countless victims of World War I. So Kanonenfieber's is black and death metal isn't meant to solely entertain, but also to educate and raise awareness against the glorifications of war. Yes, no, I definitely, many different styles of music take on that task, and it's absolutely mind-numbing. That in all different kinds of genres, the representation of war is pretty, storytelling, very powerful. How do I say it? Did I say that right? Kanonenfieber? Is that how it was banned? Okay. Well, I don't know. I'm never going to get that right. Here we go. This is from Hot Chicken and Diaper. Let's go. I already love this. Yeah, flip-flop, that's what I'm feeling. Man, this is so clean. I'm talking about the engineering and everything. Fantastic. Well done on that delay on that background vocal. Got a lot of incredible focus on the production and engineering of this. It sounds fantastic. Story's pretty gnarly, but I love this guitar line here, very melodic. Because I don't understand the language, I'm relying a lot on the video, and I'm threading this whole thing together. It's pretty intense, pretty emotional. Wow. Great symbolism there in the video. Super, super, super heavy track. Obviously, I don't know anything about the lyrics, but Hot Chicken and Diaper, when you actually gave me the kind of the message to read, and thank you for making sure that I read it, you know, filled in all the context of what I couldn't understand was in the lyric with the video and stuff, and it's pretty that is extremely gnarly and such a human experience. You know, Private Ryan, what was the other one? Legends of the Fall, you know, the scene where he loses his brother and all that sort of stuff. What war has done to families is just absolutely insane. But the music aspect of it, though, is probably one of the cleanest. Did you say it was black metal? I wasn't sure if what the genre was. It was probably one of the cleanest, most powerful, detailed mixes I've ever heard. The tones were just absolutely amazeballs, and that's what I was really getting into. The fact that this was probably one of the, you know, I listen to all kinds of music on these channels and stuff, and when I get into black or deathcore or death metal and stuff like that, it's almost like I've learned through you guys giving me music that sludge sounds this way, and you know. Different kinds of genres with the guitar tones are completely different, and I've gotten used to, like, whenever I see something where it says black metal or something like that, I go, okay, I kind of have a fix on what it is I think of what I'm going to hear guitar wise. But this was just absolutely monstrous of a mix and tones and everything that was going. And I also like the combination of not everything was completely. There was a lot of that chuggy going on with the kick drum. You know, the chug's doing that. I think the bass was only in eighth, holding eighths on that. I'm not sure it felt like it. But they had that other guitar part that was letting it ring out, you know, and giving it some deeper vibes to it, you know. And even though I didn't understand what the lyrics were, and it was kind of the ripped vocals per se, non-melodic, was extremely powerful, and combining it with the video was very powerful. So yeah, thank you so much on that. Hot Chicken and Diaper for bringing it into the house here. I hope you're doing well. Excuse me. The Driver 458. How are you? Next up on my Dono World. The Driver 458, we're going to continue on our journey with rock, apparently, here. Or that's the genre. But it's from a game OST. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. You guys heard of that? This is called Zero to Hero. And the message is, do you like rock? Is your mind perpetually in the 80s? All right, it looks like we're going to get some 80s vibes here. If the answer is both yes, you might be the main character of the game, which would be Peter Quill. or Star-Lord, which is leader of the galaxy, Guardians of the Galaxy, abducted by aliens as a young age during the 80s. Peter's only memories of Earth are his mom and his favorite band, Star-Lord. The game composer Steven Szejkowski and Johann Bordiol actually made the whole album for the fictional band. And it was severely underrated. Well, let's listen to this. The Driver 458, thank you for bringing it in, and I hope you're doing well. Let's go. I got a Striper vibe in there. Oh my God, what a great nostalgic 80s vibe. Totally Soundgarden. Just pick them, pick any one of them. I was going Striper, Poison, Warrant. That's what really cemented into the 80s was that pre-chorus, without a doubt. The harmonized solo. Oh my gosh. So badass. I mean, and of course you were right, Driver, that this was going to be absolutely nostalgic, a real big dive into the 80s. It says here that this was uploaded 2 years ago, but when was the original, when did this get written and released? It almost sounds like it's a pull from the direct 80s here, but there are so many signature bits and pieces of that track that for all of us here who witnessed the 80s live, so this was done in 2022, right? So a couple of years ago, but I guess it maybe was recorded a couple of years ago as well. I'm only saying that because I don't know if this is a song that was pulled from the 80s to be put into this or whatever, but you're saying it's 2022. They did a phenomenal job. They did a phenomenal, but on everything too. I mean, it's almost as if they went into an analog studio, found the same kind of miking, Even the cab miking and stuff sounded fantastic. A lot of the guitar phrasing too, also very 80s. You know, the repetitive. You know, there was. You kind of came to expect that in the big hair day bands. This was a little more gruffer, I think, than the glam. What is hair bands and glam bands? Were they the same? Big hair bands and the glam bands or glam rock, is that the same, or was there a little bit of a difference? Like if big hair metal was just big hair, but then they wore jeans and boots and black leather and chains, or was glam big hair and makeup and applets and spandex? I'm not, unfortunately, I don't know how to differentiate that in my brain, you know, if glam was just a lot more dressy uppy. But slamming track to bring it into the house, if you ask me. Oh, there's a small, so literally splitting hairs. Big hair bands, glam, literally splitting hairs. Okay. Well, it was great. It definitely brought me back, brought my 1980s vibes back in. Okay, who's up next? SB Anaj. You are in right now. You into house. All right, let me see what we got. SB would like us to listen to a band called Grinspoon, Grin, Grinspoon. Name of the song is Pedestrian. And the message is, feeling a little nostalgic today. Not the most technical of pieces, but always guarantees my foot gets tapping and my head starts banging. This live video was recorded at their peak at a festival in 1998 called Home Bake in Sydney. This is the type of mosh pit baby SB, little SB, grew up on. Fun fact, I developed type 1 diabetes after being in the mosh pit at one of these shows. What? Type 1? Wow. Alrighty then. Well, let's go ahead and see what we got here from SB, listening to the band Grinspoon, and it's a live performance of the song called Pedestrian. Let's go.
Alex, it doesn't look like it's going to rain this year. Who was here last year? Did anyone come last year? Yeah, half of you actually coming.
Oh, look, they're all getting ready for the pit.
The gods blessed us.
Oh, got to start off with that. Oh, and throw a bottle in the air.
So it's called Pedestrian.
Oh, I love how the bass keeps the drive going. Can we just slow down right here? Wow, what a massive crowd. Yeah, flip-flop. I agree with you on that. Oh, I love this cut time. There you go. You can hear everybody singing it too. Man, look at that. What a kick-ass track, SB. What a great track. What an amazing, I guess this must be at a festival. What an incredible crowd. Everybody was down for them. This was in the 90s. I guess they were a really super banging band. Were they globally known as well as they are in Australia? Did they have big outreach? And where were you? Were you in that little mosh somewhere there? I just love that. The whole driver to that is the whole riff. You know, that whole vibe right there. And the fact that the drum changed, you know, arrangements throughout it. You know, it was double time. And then it was then the cut time. I loved actually when they kept that riff going, and then the cut time was. So when we have a phrase like that, when you're repeating it and having, you know, a good time and letting everybody really marinate in it or at least grind into it, that's where the drum, you know, a different arrangement, change-ups in the arrangements really works well. And also in the verses, what was really super cool is that just drums and bass, but the bass was really leaning into keeping the kick in the pants going, even though the guitar, you know, came out of it. So, you know, just that separation between his voice and then the bottom end, to me, made it just 10 times more powerful. That when the guitars came back in with that was a great riff. So thank you so much, SB. I really appreciate that. That's what I'm feeling. It was a sick ass riff. Don't you think, guys? I thought it was. All right. I got to do a quick refresh, guys. Next up, DJ Tambor. Is DJ in the house? Is DJ in the house? Let me see here. Yeah, I'll be cheesing in about a half hour. Let's see. Where's DJ? DJ Tambor. Where are you, dude? All right. Somebody's got to poke DJ Tambor in Discord. Let him know if he's up and about. Maybe he's playing around in the Minecraft server. That 1 a.m. blew up. Oh. Did I say that out loud? All right. Here we go. This one is going to be a game called Virtua Fighter 2. Is it Virtua or Virtual? But he has it down as Virtua Fighter 2. And the name of the track is Ride the Tiger. And he says here, this track is the main track of the Akira Yuki, who is the main character of the Virtua Fighter series. The series is set of fighting games, and Akira used to be Sega's main mascot character before Sonic came along and took over the role. I hope I didn't butcher that message. But this is what we're doing for DJ Tambor. There he is. DJ Tambor's in the house. Here we go, buddy. Here's your track. Let's go.
10年早いんだよ
It's got that 80s Tom Cruise on a motorcycle vibe. There's always some kind of champion chorus in this stuff, you know what I mean? The champion hook, lift it up, almost sounds like a key change here. Well, it is. Oh, I see, DJ. All right. God, that exploding snare. And I love that cheesy crunch guitar sample. How many of you guys miss this game? I can see Flip Flop and DJ are getting nostalgic. How many of you guys played this game? Oh, that guitar on the left part of the cans. See, this is a great hook. Here's the glory hook for the character. Come on, guys. I don't know. What? Ora, ora! All right. We tried again. All right. I guess. I don't know. I guess that's an integral part of the character's voice in the game. When was this game? Hang on for a second. DJ, when was this game released? I guess there was an era where the fighting games were really powerful. I mean, they were everywhere. I remember in a recording studio once playing the game with what was the one that had 1994? Damn, what was the name of the game that had Mike Tyson in it? Like he was the last guy you were supposed to beat up or something like that. I remember. I don't know anything about that. And then there was another one that was at the recording studio called Mortal Kombat, I think it was. And I guess that must have been when. It's all called Punch-Out. The whole thing is called Punch-Out, huh? And Mortal Kombat. Oh, and Street Fighter. Yeah, it was like there was like all of a sudden all the gaming companies came out with different fighting games and stuff like that. And you had to figure out the weird things like a telltale sign if like so and so was going to throw the killer fist. You'd look for something that one of the background guys might do, like make a face or something, like a tell. And then if you looked and you were like really looking instead of just fighting and you looked to see what that guy does, then you knew that within 3 seconds, like the big fist would come or something like that. Why do I remember? Was it Mike Tyson's one where you had, like you could tell if a big punch was going to come or something if you saw the flash of a camera from one guy or something like that? It had some kind of like little, what do you call those things? Hacks or something? You know, when you look at it and oh, you got to look for this. When this happens, you know this is going to happen in 3 seconds. I don't know. But I kind of enjoyed it because I would be sitting there, you know, in recording studios waiting for shit to go down or whatever, and I'd be playing these games going, telegraphing. Yeah, telegraphing. There you go. That's what it was. Thank you, DJ. Brought us all into the nostalgia gaming fighting mode now. You know? Yeah, indicators too. Yeah, that's it. The indicators. Okay, who's next up here? The Kebab Seller. You know he's not online right now, and he's it's late at night for our friend the Kebab Seller, and we're going to be doing an anime called One Piece. And the name of the track is called I'm Becoming the King of Pirates. The last one was heartwarming. This one is more adventurous. Also, welcome back. Thank you, Kebab. So I take it, though, just remind me, please, is One Piece anime, right? It looks like it from the thumbnail. Just remember, I don't retain a lot of that stuff. So let's go for Kebab Seller. Let's see what we got here. All right. I love the melody the French horns are covering, or the horn section. Hear the reeds right there? Real nice. Beautiful. Give the reed section their due. This is outstanding. That bottom horn section. Boom, 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 boom. Beautiful. And you usually don't hear that hot in the mix. You see, this is where living in a Western bubble, if you would, as a composer, and not having the same kind of exposure because of, well, really my lack of focus, to a lot of things in life, the internet has opened up to me, is just how wonderfully amazing so many composers are out there. Just tremendously huge sounding. That was as Hollywood with sprinkles of Disney and DreamWorks and all of those composers, and then some. I don't know who does anybody have the name of this composer by any chance? Can somebody tell me? Oh my God, what is that? Is this going for over 2 decades without break ever? Jeez, that's incredible. Can somebody look this up for me while I'm just chatting, and who the composer well, I guess there must be many composers if it's been going for that many decades, but this particular track was just phenomenal. It was so well arranged and orchestrated, and the engineering was fantastic. I'd like to hear, I don't know, it sounds like it has kind of a warm mastering over it. So sometimes it feels like it's maybe a little bit older in the mixing mastering vibe, or maybe I'm losing some of my high end, I don't know. But it seemed like it was a little warmer. But the Shuko Fujibayashi, Fuyuko, that was just so badass. What a great piece of work. Wonderful orchestration. I mean, super top notch. That's all I have to say about. That's all I have to say about that. It had a super big room vibe to it. It's just that for some reason, I don't know if I'm not hearing it right, or maybe it was the mix. It could have been the transfer from the media that it was taken off of to put onto YouTube, or whatever the case is. It just sounded like there was a little bit of that 10 to 12K missing. I don't know why, just a little bit, or if, when you're engineering and mixing a powerful track like that too, sometimes the producers will say, I want an emphasis on, 10K down. Keep it warm, don't make it punchy, and don't make it bright, because that might make it overly punchy and less sensitive, less soulful. But it was a beautiful track. Just absolutely beautiful track, Kebab Seller. Thank you so much. Everybody, let's say hi to Kebab Seller. He's only going to see this when he goes on YouTube, because that's the only time he gets an opportunity. So let's thank Kebab Seller for bringing that one in. Skippy here. Ah, okay. The right one for the anime I gave you was... Oh, I see. Okay, thank you. So what does Skippy say? Wait a second. Oh, Tohi Tanaka and Shiro Hamaguchi. Okay, there you go. Thank you for straightening that out. And thank you, Skippy, for that as well. Alrighty, let's go on. Kairu! You is in the house, and you do like that Legend of Zelda music. How you do? How you been, Kairu? I hope you're doing well. And let's see what Kairu's bringing into the house for us. Because I have the power. Let's see what this is here. This is Legend of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time. And the name of the track is Kakariko Village and Songs of Storms. And this is here. It's time-stamped to stop at 1, or stop it at 111 or start at 111. Because I know you're a veteran of doing this, but thanks for the heads up. Well, let's do this. This is from The Legend of Zelda. This is from Kairu. Let's check this out. Oh, look at everybody's already getting all hyped. Look, look, look. I love it when you guys suggest tracks, and then I just watch the stream blow up with like, yeah, oh my God, I haven't heard this forever. Ah! I mean, that's what it translates to in sound in my head. I don't know that that's what it really sounds like, but let me just shut up and play the track. So fun, so lighthearted, melodic. Kairu, where was this playing in the game? Like, what was happening here? It seems like a friendly part of the game, perhaps. Maybe kind of looking for things that, you know. So is the character walking around the village? Kind of like that Stardew Valley that I was kind of experiencing walking around and just saying hi to people. Finding chickens for the chicken lady. I love that. Sorry, but part of this reminds me of which is very happy and joyful and lively and loving. And it's got kind of a lullaby vibe to it, and that's actually by the cello part. That's where I want to go. Dun, dun, dun. It was at the end? Or is there a little more there? You said stop at 111 something. I'll keep it going. Ooh, this sounds like it's a little more like mysterious. Like it's just walking through a darker part of the game, or maybe... Oh, it became pretty all of a sudden. These little bits. Oh, look, everyone's popping in. I guess this must be a big one, huh? I love the waltz vibe of it, you know? You mean when the song plays, it starts to rain? Or you play this song and it starts to rain? Because this is the game that actually is music oriented, is it not? Oh, okay. Summoning the rain. All right, there it is. Kairu, this was really fun. Now, Kairu, really quick. So if I'm correct, and I don't know if it was Patty Cakes or somebody took me through, I think it was Patty Cakes actually was telling me, and I believe this is the game that music is a very important part of it. Like it's actually part of the game structure. You know, that it, like you choose it or something of that nature. Like you guys were just saying, you know, that you summon the rain with this song or something. Ah, so playing the game is like an element, Jake. And God, Jake, and was that with you that I was talking to you about? I believe maybe it was you. I can't remember. Forgive me. But I guess I guess I don't know. Maybe it was with you. I'm not too sure. But I guess I'm gonna have to just play it and experience it. And does it have? Is it that kind of same kind of Stardew Valley-esque kind of play, that 2D play? That's kind of like Stardew Valley. You know, you got to achieve things. You cut this down. You do this. You do that. You know. Oh, it's not. Okay. It's a little more interactive. Okay. Oh, it's a Zelda. Okay, I'm sorry. Forgive me. No, don't forgive me. Just know that I'm old and I'm going to ask stupid questions over and over again. And it's probably going to get worse as I get older and older again. Oh, my goodness. Oh, what are you going to do? All right, well, I'm just... Blah. Kairu, first of all, it's good to have you back. And that was a really great, fun choice of everything. And, of course, you always choose those nostalgic tracks that just blow everything up in here. And all the folks, all nostalgic gamers come piping in. So I appreciate that. Next up, well, Jakin, while we're chatting, let's do Celeste. Oh, it's so funny. Even though I was talking Stardew Valley, I am a very big fan of the Celeste individual that does her composing. So let's listen to something that Jakin wants us to check out. Thank you for your dono as well. And this is from the game Celeste. Let me get my ducks in a row here. You know, I did get through pretty much quite a few donos. So, you know, if I'm not quite anywhere near the end yet, but you know, I'm in that $5 pocket now. So there's a lot of that in here, but I'm working myself through it. So this one is called, from the game Celeste, Heart of the Mountain. I like that. A tip from my live stream music therapist. So here's more Lena Rain. Let's go. And you say this might be one of your most favorite tracks. So let's do this, chicken. I always love that the thumbnail is her holding the cassette. She does that so well. I love that middle pedal sound of the piano, the dampener. It almost sounds like it's a live piano too, because I can hear some of the releasing of the pedals as background noise in the piano. You know what's beautiful is that arpeggiation she had going, even though it's pulled away, it's still playing as an arrangement in my head. Brilliant. Kind of has Minecraft vibes too, yeah? Like it could. Now we're getting a little more heavier, slightly cynical in this. Hi-hat, super trippy. Almost sounds like it's out of the pocket, but it's not. Nice. Notice everything is still a build on the original changes. like how she does that. Pulling back the darkness of the track, the heaviness of it with that. Giving us time to space out here. So, Jakin, this is during gameplay then, right? Because it's so unique the way it builds. It kind of has that, you know, it lives in the composer realm of Austin Wintory, the Journey vibes and stuff like that. And sometimes when I listen to tracks like this, in of itself, it's just a great piece of music. The only thing that's reminding me that it's still part of a game is when I'm looking up and I can see the thumbnail of what it is I'm visually locking this into. That's just a standout piece of music on its own that has really great impact, you know, compositionally and musically and stuff. And albeit just a couple of chord changes through the whole thing, these different patterns that she's bringing in and out, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's one chord. If you have these great skills as an arranger, you can really make things, you can really bring things to life that in some cases might be meh. But that's the power of arrangement. I'm not going to go into a thing between composing and arranging. I don't have the bandwidth anymore. I'm beginning to slip. But it was a great track, Jake, and I loved listening to it. And for me, once again, I visualize not only in colors when I listen to music, but when I listen to tracks like this that have a lot of things that come in and come out and come in and come out, in my brain, I actually go into my DAW, my digital workstation, and I go, what was the automation did she use there? Or what did the automation, was the composer, was this group, did they do that? Oh, how would I have done that? So unfortunately, while most people could just sit there and just kind of glide into music and just listen to it, you know, even beyond being a guy that reacts to music, I go into these other levels too of like listening to the engineering and getting into like, I wonder what kind of compression is being used here. And so that's just part of my own journey on listening to music, but it was great. I fully dug it. Are you feeling me, Lisa? Is that why you're saying yep? You do the same thing? You know, it is kind of a thing. What about the composing, arranging thing, Snow? It's a very unique if I was to explain the difference in my world, in the way I look at it, I didn't graduate from theory. I don't have a theoretical way of looking at it, and then you guys can tell me if I'm right or wrong. But to me, if I was to just describe the difference between composing and arranging, would be the difference of, let's say the composer is the person that is, or in the composing process, you're like doing the outline in pencil of you're sketching, you're doing this outline that's of whatever your composition is. I'm using art as a metaphor to this. And it's and then all of a sudden you have all of the inside to fill in. That's what the arrangement does. So a composer is an arranger, but the thing is that if the sketch is a very simple sketch, let's just say, and what I mean by that is 3 chords through the whole thing, and then you could look at that and say, okay, I've only got a box with 4 lines in it that come across this way, and maybe one that goes this way. How can I fill that in? Still understanding that the core representation of the composition are these little things here. Yet as an arranger, depending on what the producer of the composition wants to get out of it, how many different ways can I shade in those boxes and translate that into music? It's the only way I know how to explain it. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but that's just kind of, that's just kind of how I look at it. And considering that my whole life has been around my father, who is an arranger and a composer and a conductor, and my uncle, blah, 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 blah. My father's bread and butter was strictly as an arranger, for strings and stuff, throughout the heyday of the music industry from the 50s all the way until 2010 before he died. And so my dad gets the tracks with the melody and everything. And then they go, George, we want a string arrangement. So that's just how I look at it. I don't know if that's the right way to explain it, but that's just, that was my spiel. Excuse me. All right, I'm getting to the point of diminished returns, but I did promise Wheel of Cheese. I don't know how long I've been here, but I'm going to do one Wheel of Cheese, one noob, and one pobre, okay? So, and then I do have, just hang in there. Oh, 4 hours. Okay. Thank you, Rotten. I do have Great Sage Son, Jerdman, SG Overlord, Mikusu, Jack Zira, Zeitlogic, Norwalls, and It Snows in Australia. You guys will be my opening run for the next time I come in. So thank you for your donations. I'm always humbled by you guys coming in wanting to listen to music with me. So you guys will come back in on the next time around. I'll be starting with that run right there. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's do one of each. I am going to be back on Sunday, I think. I might even sneak in on Friday. I'm not sure. I can't do a schedule anymore just because of how a mess my real life has been time schedule wise with the odd gigs I got going on. Just hang in there for the, the notifications and stuff. If I could spring in Friday for a few hours, I might just maybe for an hour or two, maybe just to catch up. I don't know. And Sundays are usually really fun. I might, do an early one on Sunday for a couple of hours too. So I'm not too sure yet. Don't worry, Jack. You know where they end up. On the YouTube. Okay, so I'm going to refresh it. We're going to go into Wheel of Cheese. Okay. Let me get this out of here. All righty. So refreshing data. Let's start off. I'll start off with the noob. We're going to end up like the queso pobre. Okay, guys? All right, guys. Here we go. Let's see if we got some new noobs that jumped in. Hey, we have a few. Okay. That's great. I'm totally pumped. Let's see who we got here. Let's go. Kuloa B. All right, Kuloa B. Let's see what yeah, I'm getting tired. Kuloa B would like. So Kuloa B wants us to listen to a band called Nothing But Thieves. Let's see what we got here. Nothing But Thieves. The name of the track is Phobia. Is swearing okay on the track? If not, don't listen. Hope you're doing well and have a great day. Well, thank you for asking. That's super cool that you even went there and said that. But yeah, swearing's okay. We've had more than enough profanity in songs here, but I appreciate your asking. Okay, let's go. All right.
I love the night, but not the stars. The fame suckers in the black long cars. I fucking hate the internet. 5-star hotel and I don't feel
Ooh, a little bit of a dubstep vibe going there. I love the voice, and the performance so far is killer. A little bit of that Billie Eilish vibe. With that sub bass.
Phobia. Go on, press, and then we can make friends. Across the line, a life will go. I might be dead, but I just don't know. I'm shutting down the internet. Big shot hotel, I don't feel well, and I could use some healing soon.
A great voice, jeez. I love the backgrounds. Okay, here we go.
I got some pills, but not some help. From love junkies.
That was a quirky turnaround before this came in.
I wanna know euphoria. Green light, red wine, and I don't feel fair. I lost a life a long ago. You might be here, but I just don't know. This used to be the internet. Fat cat hotel, I don't feel well, and I could use some healing.
What a great hook.
Before I lose all feeling soon.
Here we go, heart attack time.
I get the rage, so live in hope. I'm on a stage and I just can't cope. You see the song on the internet. Go on, press like I make my clicks back. I lost the plot, or maybe two. Remind me who the fuck are you? Why don't we hit the minibar? 5-star hotel, I don't feel well, and I could use some healing soon. Before I lose all feeling soon.
Ah, that was great. First of all, what an absolutely killer voice this individual has. Love the tone, love the performance. Had a little bit of the Billie Eilish kind of vibe, a little bit, just in the performance textures of it. Obviously, standout vocals in of itself. They really great guitar tone when it started to punch up, and we got that guitar in there. It was a really great guitar tone, and it I don't know if it was. There was like a compression and a stomp crunch on it, but it wasn't oversaturated and stuff. Sounded fantastic and stuff. But the track in and of itself, I've never heard of Nothing But Thieves. I know I was watching some of you guys here saying that they've obviously been around for a while and everything, but I've got to look them up on Spotify and hang out a little bit and check out the vibe. Is Nothing But Thieves, is this a single artist or is it the band? I don't know. I just wanted to ask if that's what it was. But what a great track, man. That's what I love about this. Sometimes you come across great new things. And that's what I love about it, too, is when people here in the chat are going, oh, that's going on my playlist. That's what this is all about. All right, guys. It's a band. Okay. They're fantastic. I got to go deeper into, because I think, Kuloa, I think that somewhere in the chat, some other people were saying that there are heavier tracks and stuff, and this one is one of their more heavier one. But melodically, This kicked ass. Great voice, and I love the hook. Really, it's sticking in my head right now. All right, guys. Last wheel of cheese. Okay. Well over 4 hours for me, and I'm like starting to kind of. So we're gonna do queso pobre, big fat wheel of cheese coming here. Once again, I just want to remind everybody who's still dangling out on the donos that you guys will get pole position on my next stream. So sorry I couldn't get to you today, but we'll definitely get to you on either Friday or Sunday. Just make sure that you have your notification Twitch thingies on. I hear that's even 50-50 at best. But so yeah, here we go. I'm gonna get ready for the bigger wheel of cheese, guys. Let's all see what we got going on here. Hello, thank you so much for hanging in there. And here we go. Ho! Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? I'm going to spin the wheel, but wait, I'm going to crack my knuckles for a second. I'm going to give everybody a little time to spin it. Spinny, spinny. It's the angle of the dangle. It's proportionate to the best of the meat. Freaking this guy, you guys. Shit. All right, I'm letting you guys hang out there a little too long. Are you ready? Xero KK's ready. Robichov is ready. SB's ready. Rotten's ready. Ivy Creep's ready. Let's do this. All right. Who do we got? Who do we got? Oh, into the red. We got Little Pan Panda. Little Pan Panda. Let's go. Let's see what Little Pan Panda was. By the way, before I play this song, I do want to just say again that I did my very first 140K channel point redemption with damned registration DR. You could see that video. I did it here on Twitch. You could see it on YouTube, and I really had a good time. That's when you come on with me as a guest host, and we do 1 hour of your playlist, and we go back and forth and talk. If you want to see how that worked out and how that looks, save up those channel points, and or you can check out the video. You can see how that whole vibe was. You know, it was very, very fun to get to know people that in most cases are, you know, emojis or people that are saying hi. So, you know, save up those channel points, okay? All right, guys. Little Pan Panda would like... Where is it? Little Pan Panda. HIJKL. Did you guys recognize that, what I was humming? Anybody remember that? Speed Racer, Kairu! Yay! That's how. Umber March, everybody came in for it. Okay. All right, here we go. Little Pan Panda wants. We're finishing up with some gaming music, my friends. We are going to be listening to a track from Punishing Gray. And the name of Punishing Gray Raven, is it? I'm sorry. Yes, Punishing Gray Raven. And the name of the track is Crank. So, from Little Pan Panda here on the Wheel of Cheese, last spin of the evening, you won, and we're listening to music from Punishing Gray Raven, and the track is called Crank. Let's go. All right. Oh, we're going large here, I can tell. Ooh, I can go for 2 fingers of scotch. This is badass. I was just about to say that, Zero. All we're missing is Nick Gordon's genty guitar there before it steps into a Doom realm. Same thing, Mr. Hoister. That's what I was feeling, that vibe. I was like, yep. Are they gonna hit us with this? Is this a through style of composition for this game? Or is this a standout piece for a gnarly section? Oh, that bass. I know that plugin, it's great. Wow, what a great track to finish the stream off with. Yeah, there's no two ways about it. That was an epic track to finish off the stream with, and it definitely had that Doom vibe to it. So I don't know, so I ask you guys. I'm going to take it, since myself and quite a few of you kind of leaned into the Doom combo, that this game and the music in of itself is post-Doom release, since we're kind of saying it kind of has that pull. I know that there's tracks that can be just as grindy and sometimes get that kind of thing where it's like, oh, it sounds like this or it sounds like that. And sometimes a lot of composers are thinking the same kind of compositions in the universe of creativity. But I think in the video game world, I kind of have to say, yeah, Stankface was definitely engaged. I kind of have to say that I feel that this was really Doom influenced. And I say that Doom influenced. There was a lot more EDM to it, whereas Mick Gordon's work, with his incredible genty guitar tones and sounds and musicianship and the riffage that he plays there, along with integrating chainsaws and obviously very oversaturated and let's just say normalized, pushed to the top synthy sounds. To back up some of that genty sound, so different yet the same, yet different yet the same. So this is 3 years after Mick. Okay. All right, I got you. Well, guys, you have officially watched the sun go down behind me.